Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I know that there are a lot of people who would pay a lot of money if they could be, transported into the past, in historical events, or, simply go back in time. Well, the women's NBA superstar that right now got 9.5 years in Russian prison, she has that for free, paid by the Russian government. She is back. She's back in time right now. She's back in time in a country that, I'm going to leave aside stupidity and propaganda that is pushed. A country that still functions here and there with some or after some rules that this country used to have and families used to employ in educating their children, or providing them with the weapons necessary to survive in the world, in the wild. And that is responsibility. And responsibility is created in a person, is developed in a person by keeping that person accountable for his or her actions. If you did something that you're not supposed to, you have to pay a penalty. Unfortunately, in the United States of America, these things become they're called different names if you're still doing that to a certain extent, because that's also it's situational. I'm talking about patriarchy. So if this is a patriarchal trait, holding someone accountable to whatever that person and punishing that person, especially if that person belongs to a certain situation. In this case, we have this woman who she's young, she's black / African American, who bounces a ball and throws that ball through a hoop and makes money, and is supposedly famous. I never heard of her until here, but I don't watch women's basketball to be just, I like quality, if that tells you everything you need to know. If women will have quality in basketball, I would watch that. I would not watch the men. If little people would have quality, I would watch their league. So I don't care. In this case, she is a basketball player and she smuggled, she had on her possession, she possessed on her person, in her luggage, some cannabis, which is illegal over there. So she committed a crime, a big crime for those kinds of rules that used to be our rules, United States, 50, 60, 70 years ago. Used to be, same kind, but we got here enlightened. We got better. We know better now. Those guys are just backward people, cavemen. So she goes back in time, actually, about 60 years or so, 60, 70 years, when these kind of things were punished, and you cannot escape by claiming victimhood of any kind. You know what I mean, right? I belong to this group, and 20 generations back, some people that look like me, got hurt. Some that look like me did not get hurt, but nevertheless, that's a detail that all right. And someone owes me something, and that is, so she's over there. Now, there's a little problem. She's treated as anybody else over there, like any other criminal. Actually, committed a criminal act, that's how you call a person, right? That's the definition we still go by, right? You committed a criminal act, you're a criminal. So her name is Brittany Griner. This article comes from The Insider, August 17th. Brittany Griner is set to serve time in one of Russia's penal colonies, where abuse is common, disease is rampant, and labor is forced. Well, if she thought that she would go to a special hotel room with TV and room service, then she's in the past. She's back in time. All right? I haven't heard any mention yet of her claiming racism. I haven't heard any article yet. I didn't read any article saying that she or her lawyer ever brought that up. It's about the racist Russians or something, which might be, but there's no evidence. Which here in the United States, that would be probably the first thing that she would do. I know, this is I'm just theorizing right now. All right? It's just a scenario, I understand that, but I've seen too many. So, all right, and why not? She can use it if it works, right? But it didn't work there because she knew better that she shouldn't use it. So, WNBA superstar. Well, if she's superstar, she's going to be more of a superstar when she comes back after the colony experience she's going to have over there. She's not going to be 9 years and a half. Don't worry about it. She's going to come back. These guys are treating her as she's a new nuclear weapon that nobody has on this planet, or she is the cancer vaccine or something like this, or AIDS medication that would cure the AIDS or cancer. That's how she's treated. That's how hard these guys are fighting for that person. Do you think that she's the only person, only American in Russian custody or prison? Certainly not. There are some people of other kind of qualities, I would say more than bouncing a ball and throwing it through a hoop, that are over there that were considered, spies that fought for their country to get information from their enemy. They endangered their lives, their families, and now they're over there held. And they will be exchanged some other time. But everybody goes back in line because she has to cut the line. Why? Well, we know why. I don't have to say it. The thing that didn't work in Russia. That's why it was never mentioned here. So she was sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison after custom agents found vape cartridges containing cannabis oil in her luggage in February. She claimed she didn't put it over there. Okay, you find a bazooka in my car while I'm driving. It's not. What are you talking about? So anyway, her legal team appealed the decision, but if her conviction is not overturned, she is not included in the prisoner, and she is not included in the prisoner swap. She's not a prisoner. She is a criminal. She committed an offense, criminal offense. What? You can say prisoner, but they use it like she's a prisoner of war or something. That's how it sounds to me, at least. But maybe I'm the cuckoo guy. Might be. But, a prisoner swap between the US and Russia. An 8-time WNBA All-Star will serve her sentence at a penal colony. Now, here we have, they mentioned the gulag system, of course. It makes pathos. We're going to cry for her. I will not cry for her. I will not cry for her. Why? If the Russians will catch me with the same amount, I will do the same thing. And the United States the government will never hear my name. Or yours. So now it says, Brittany Griner is one of the most accomplished basketball player on the planet. Good. Very good. That means you got quality in the women's basketball. That's fantastic. I'm glad for you. Glad. And she's telling us she also won 2 Olympic gold medals with Team USA. Very good. She's 8-time WNBA All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, 2-time defensive player of the year, and WNBA champion. Good. She got great achievement. She's an accomplished sports person. Great. But she's not very bright. You go to Russia with cannabis cartridges, thinking that what? They will all bow when they see you? And Now the Russians probably were very eager to pursue everything they did because, for the mass media, and they got a big token here. So she's won 2 Olympic gold medals with Team USA. Yeah, very good, very nice. I mean, I'm not ridiculing her. It's no ridicule here, okay? I'm not making jokes. Good for her. And then we find out that she goes over there. The Russian customs agents found vape cartridges containing cannabis oil in the WNBA star's luggage and subsequently detained her. That's what it is. So then they tell us here what happens to her. What the Russian penal colonies are prison labor camps that are essentially the remnants of the Soviet Union's infamous gulag system. I didn't hear insider mentioning this before, saying, look what the Russians are doing with their gulags, with their penal colonies. But now we find out about it because we have this person over there. You see how everything changes the perspective? The Russians, we don't care if they go over there. No, we should not make an article on that. An article keeps going and going and going. Let me show you how many pictures I took. Pictures of the article. I have to go back. All right. I don't know if you see it or not. I don't know. You don't see this too much. Why is this funny going? It's about 15 pictures, telling us about how bad that penitentiary it is. Well, it is, but next time, she said that AIDS, tuberculosis, COVID-19, and other ailments run rampant. Well, I'm sorry for her. And it says here that, and she's not going to be alone. Most women cook, clean, or sew to fulfill this requirement. That means the requirement of, despite criticism that the system resembled Joseph Stalin's gulag, the Russian government reintroduced forced labor in 2016. Most women cook, clean, and sew to fulfill this requirement. So they don't stay over there and watch TV and play basketball and have sex in the shower. So anyway, I read this article. It's all about how awful it is, and I'm pretty sure it is awful, but nobody put you in that circumstance, and you don't get a slap over your hand. You're back where you would have been, or should have been, in this country if that would still be legal, and the justice, the lady of justice would be fair. I'm not talking about cannabis. I mean, I would say, for that, 9 years. Do I think it's a lot? Oh yeah, I think it's over exaggerated. Do I think you should get penalized for that? Well, it's up to each society to decide if they think that using drugs, or what kind of drugs are legal or what not legal. Because here you have amphetamine if it's prescribed by the doctor. You have opiates if it's prescribed by the doctor. And you just have to say, well, I'm a little bit depressed, or I feel like I would, and then you get it. Right? What else are they going to do? Go and scan you and they see, oh, yeah, that's something is wrong over there on your brain, because they try to prove, that CAT scan shows that people with depression. Well, might be. But I know people who got it just like that, just by saying it. And they got their, Adderalls and Adderall and Xanax and other crazy drugs. But right, Zoloft. Woo-hoo! And imagine those things are prescribed to children. What happens to their brains? So yes, she's back in time. Lucky her. 9 years for free. Thank you very much for being with me again today. She's gonna get out in about, a few months, a year maximum. She comes here, is gonna write one book. Someone is going to write it for her, obviously. She's going to be busy doing something else. And you're going to write that book, and she's going to be a multi-millionaire if she's not already. And good for her. Next time, don't do this if you don't want to. Or you want to get millionaire? Not like her, because if you would have done that, the U.S. government would be never hearing from you. All right? Or know your name or anything. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.